Hello and welcome back to Jim in Japan. This is my long-awaited Yokosuka vlog, which I actually shot all the way back in November with my good Shenmue friends Switch and Codename, who joined me on this trip. Unlike my Kamakura vlog from last time, I've actually tried to maintain the atmosphere of this day, so hopefully you can feel exactly what it's like being in these iconic Shenmue locations. We first took a stroll down the famous Dobuita Street, before heading to some nearby suburban areas. And finally across to both the US and the Japan naval harbours. So if you're an original Shenmue fan, relax and enjoy our various conversations throughout and all of these incredible Shenmue locations that we visited. Enjoy! This graffiti? Kind of.
Foreigners.
I know.
Those foreigners.
Do you find a lot of businesses keep changing every time you come? Yeah.
They do change quite a lot, yeah. But still the same.
We need to find somewhere that's to rent
Yeah, I know.
or to let.
This is kind of
Should we go official,
Yeah.
Exactly.
official store?
This museum idea I've got. Oh yeah. Is there water? Is that like a offering?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They had a look at this poem in particular, I remember.
Yeah. Can you remember why? Is it?
Was it that one, or maybe it was the one next to it? It was some. Oh yeah, about life. It was a poem about life. I might have translated it on the video subtitles. I didn't think.
Yeah, these glasses of water everywhere.
My question is,
The 1 and 2 remakes, I was thinking of. They've got a poster on Dobuita Street for the. And that used to be like a mother and child.
Yes.
So they changed it as well for whatever reason.
it seems such a minute change. Like, I get like, okay, we don't have the,
Yeah.
like I get having to remove like license stuff, obviously happens.
Right.
So when you said like there's a lot of turnover, that doesn't mean it's very hard to, is that why there's so much? Like,
I'd say work is still a lot. Yeah, work is still a lot. But a lot of people that maybe.
Tobacco.
well, it's like the original videos where they did the full 24-hour cycle of the shopkeeper there, where you see her sweeping up
And she goes
So
along
cool.
shopping and things. Yeah.
Even the size of it actually in the windows.
It's really magical. So cool. As well.
Yep.
I think the only time I came back, I'm trying to remember, like, you know, once you play the game so many times,
Yeah.
it's like, can you truly remember the very first time you played?
That's still immerses in it, I guess.
Yeah, it's a blur, but I do remember obviously when
Doesn't have
so I was always confused in the game because there's the main guy who stands outside and you go in, and then during the day he gets replaced by like a female. But she never gets anything. It's like, I'm not gonna stop and try to talk to you.
Oh, this.
Used to give the Shenmue.
Yeah. So they. But I do see they have got maps.
Sort of
yeah.
comparison things that you've kind of
That
done
high
at the
school I have done, but I did that off Google. It looks exactly the same, the high school. But to get there, it's like a train ride and so on. So it's more of a niche.
It's cool that there's actually a knock.
That art piece.
It'll
No.
come out soon anyway. But basically, one of the developers mentioned that like he was going to start with a fight, a high school fight, and Yo was going to lose. Now that was new to me. I thought he was always meant to win, like in the anime, but apparently.
I wonder if
He's going from losing.
yeah. And so that would be like, hey, you need to slow your roll before you just jump into a fight. Kind
Yes,
of thing,
yes,
you know?
yes. In fact, now I think of it, I think the developers have used it from doing a foul move.
Oh,
so,
okay.
so he basically blew it. He blew the match, and then he's running home. I suppose after that.
In the game, they don't portray it like Rio. Obviously, it's like hot-headed and sort of quick to react, but they never present him as like a dirty fighter or something that doesn't follow the rules per se.
True.
So that's an
interesting twist.
That's an interesting element.
And who knows? Maybe they had that in mind, but decided to change his character.
Right.
Art type
They
of thing.
changed it
So,
for the anime, didn't they?
so maybe that was part of it as well.
Definitely.
He did an illegal move, got his face
Yeah. Well,
sliced.
sense,
I don't know.
wouldn't it?
Maybe. Yeah.
And then sort of goes home a little bit in disgrace or whatever. Interesting.
It's jacket shop thing there, isn't it? But
There's a jacket
obviously
shop,
it's
so
going to be
that'll-
opener later.
Yeah, and it's staggered. So we can go to the shrine. Just do a little bit of time and let things open up a bit. Whoa! How bad spotted.
Could train some moves.
Yeah. So I've caught this place with snow only one time in my life. I rushed down for it because it was like snow in Yokosuka this morning. Yeah, it's very rare. Whereas if you play the game, you get the impression once you're into November, basically, the snow starts to fall. But it's
And
not
I've
the
always
case.
wondered if they had to tone down that effect, because if you watch some of the beta footage, like the frame
that
rate
was
just
amazing.
absolutely chugs.
Yeah.
With that, and
You
they
basically
have
couldn't
big
see in front
piles
of your
of
face
snow.
with that snow.
Yeah, and I
that
wondered
beta.
if they really wanted to have some more snow, and they just realized we just can't get this to
I
run.
get the feeling that might have been more of like a tech demo. You know, like Yusuzuki's like, show me how much snow you can you can do. Just noticed that. I think it would be very practical. He said, I'll have to talk to Sega about it, and I guess nothing happened.
It was cool that he made those pouches though.
Yeah. What was it? The anime promotion campaign. That jacket shop we passed, Volume 2. They made these about that big, like velvety pouches. One had a phoenix, one had a dragon, and it was especially for the Shenmue.
Cool store, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
This one's got like loads of DeWita branded
Souvenirs
stickers and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So what do you get the sense is then? Is it Sega basically saying, we control the merchandising, the rights?
I think
it's
so.
just so complicated to get sort of any type
Yeah,
of
which is
approval.
why I'm amazed that they could do these actual Yokosuka campaigns so well, because obviously then the approvals must have come through.
Is there a place you recommend to get like a coffee or something like that around here?
Probably that Mikasa Cafe is a good one, just
Okay.
because she's sort of friendly. This road is next to Park Street, come in.
It's kind of crazy, right? Like, because they came after like the US bases and stuff. It's like, I know that like the recent administration pulling back in Germany and other sort of church and military bases, but it's like, I kind of never think they still have a presence. So
Originally, during the World War I, that was a Japanese base, right? So we just was also like this converted American came in.
It says tattoo over there.
it does. And
That
it's a
huge skeleton at the top.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's left over from Halloween.
Halloween like plays because I find like you'll find like people that you consistently go to ask for information and questions. It's like the guy that's always swinging the golf club. I don't think I ever like engage with him, and I can't remember if it's because he just gives like long meandering sort of answers about why golf isn't popular or something. I can't quite remember.
That's right.
Yeah,
he talks
something
about
like different
the sports,
sports.
doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tory
It's,
stuff.
like, it's not like baseball or something like that's popular.
It's got so much atmosphere to it.
Just say tattoo walk-in, tattoo parlor,
The thing
bar.
that struck me landing back here again is, in Canada now, in most places, all the power lines are underground. So the first thing I loved, like when I was in Kyoto and in Tokyo, was just these, swollen kind of like, just lines that are spaghetti that are above you.
I know.
Just don't, in Canada you don't see that.
Yeah, it's a very Japanese thing, and I think they are slowly trying to convert them. They leave a lot, yeah, it's good atmosphere.
I'm assuming given the way they're able to build all this underground, it wouldn't be. I mean, I don't know.
These days they can, but I think back in the day, they just wanted to get stuff set up quickly and just run it everywhere.
Right.
Like I love the way they, like
Shenmue videos, and they had tilted the players like camera up to sort of look at the power line.
to actually focus on it.
Yeah. Or you know what it was? I think they had someone in the house,
Right.
and sort of the camera panned, and they did sort of a quick push close to the door, or maybe
And
it's a
that's not
magic
in the
weather.
main game, right? That's
No,
only in
she's
the demo.
just in that demo.
That's
That piece of
That's
footage.
right.
Maybe shuts a window upstairs or something. I feel like I might have seen something like that. I don't know if that happens in the actual released game, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is insane in the game.
Once you've got the footage here, then we can go back to the shrine road.
it's a strange one, isn't it? Just handwritten on.
Very casual.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've still got the no urinating sign on the wall there. Aimed at the foreign seams and stuff. You can imagine like stumble out of the bar at night and come to the back alley.
What is this all about?
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it says it here, no urinating.
Oh, there we go.
These are just people's houses as well.
We're not looking at a house on this road, are you?
I don't think so. I don't know where they are really.
What would be the ideal, how does it work here? Is it like 2-bedroom and like an ensuite, or like how do they?
Yeah, I mean anything kind of like what we've got now, I'd be happy with. Because the house we've got now is really nice.
Amazing, isn't it? The one you rent.
Yeah.
Sort of got everything you need.
Yeah. It'd be nice to have like space for the collection.
I've seen people take.
Got to, right?
Yeah.
Because you could argue Shenmue Online wasn't canon, but there's strong
There's a lot of
inference
hints.
that
Yeah.
that cutscene that they made and created
Yeah.
was most likely going to follow whatever they had
For sure.
at the time.
For sure.
I think
that
it's
was one of the things they showed new developers. Like, this is what we're going to be doing.
Shenmue Online CG cutscene type of trailer thing was somehow connected to that game, because when you watch all the footage, it looks like nothing like that ever happens in the game. So I don't understand.
But I think that was very much that era where you'd have these very splashy, detailed CG cutscenes, and then you'd go to sort of in-game graphics. And that was great about Shenmue, was there wasn't that huge delineation. They talked about it during Final Fantasy, right? They sort of looked at it. We had these beautiful Squaresoft cutscenes, and then you'd go in the game and there was a completely disconnect, and Shenmue obviously used real-time engine to drive their cutscenes.
Yeah, but just another way that was so far ahead of time.
Yeah.
But that NHK making of video, right, where he's looking at the video.
It's cool. I love these little nooks and stuff in Japan. There's like loads of stuff like this near to my house.
So you've got
just a
shortcut
staircase
to the
that goes to
shrine,
nowhere.
Easier to walk, or you can take the
hard way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I always found there's something very interesting when you transition.
So this is like Rio still walking down
I
here.
agree,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
They just show the sort of the start and the end of it, don't they?
Yeah, like a transition.
But on the actual map,
But
it'll
he's
be much
still,
longer.
yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Oh, there's a cat.
Try and get all coming together. This is also kind of a cool
It's Mimi.
Was Mimi black?
I can't remember actually. It's like a greyish.
Yeah. Sort of a grey tabby type thing.
Yeah.
And in the spring it actually does have quite a cool cherry tree there, which is makes it even more Shenmue-ish.
Does make you wonder like exactly where they base stuff off of.
I know.
Because I know you're showing us this place, but technically
Was
this
it actually,
this
yeah.
could have been.
Could have been. I mean, it was there, and they definitely came here, so I'm sure they would have visited it.
Yeah. do you get a sense when those developers came, it hasn't changed? Like,
Yeah, I
obviously
do
there's
get that
differences,
sense.
but
I get that sense. Yeah. When I've looked at old photos and so on, it all looks. I know. It's all in that box, isn't it? If it's still around.
Jackson fans, and their archives are just a gong show in terms of keeping material, or it's disparate, and that's kind of like Shenmue, it sounds like.
So this is that neat suburban area that I spoke about at the start of the video, which may have been based off of Sakuraoka, Yamanose, etc. This is right next to Dobuita Street, so yeah, potential, right?
Shipped me the game, paid like an arm and a leg for it.
Wow.
So I got like a week.
No kidding.
I think I got
You got a week
I
ahead?
got it a week or 10 days earlier, so I was like the first
Amazing.
person, or like one of the first people on the forums sing about it.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
And so, like, my first impression was like, this is amazing, totally
Yep.
loving it,
Yep.
really enjoyed Bailu.
Yes.
Got to Niawu, and I was like, oh, this is huge. And of course, I was like walking the whole time because of the stamina system. So I was like very slow,
Yep.
trying to take my time with it. And then there's like a post of mine on the forum where I'm like, I just got to the old castle. And then like 2 hours later, I just have like an unhappy face, and it's like a sad face. And people are like, whoa, what's going on? And then someone's like, well, he got to the castle, and like 2 hours later, he's got a sad face.
Yeah.
Maybe it's really, really short, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm kind of the same way, like with James, where first time I was like, the huge issue I had with the game was QTEs. Like, I just absolutely hated the QTE timing windows.
Yeah.
And so that really upset me.
Okay.
And I kind of knew from the backer trial the combat was going to be very different, and I knew we weren't going to have throws and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was super disappointed at the old castle. I enjoyed it for the most part, but in subsequent playthroughs, I've sort of recognized they were in a very difficult position with the budget, the team, etc.
Yep.
And I enjoy it. Like, I like it. But yeah, it's obviously not the same as the first two games for obvious reasons, but there's elements I really do enjoy about Shenmue 3.
Some parts of the old castle are quite good. Like the rooms. Miyao-san's room's quite nice. Her sort of chucking fire, and there's like a little bit of a story moment there with that cutscene, and obviously the Landy room's quite good.
Oh, I mean, those environments are
Yeah.
absolutely really well, intricate, deep.
And
like
some of
fights.
the motion capture as well around that area.
Yeah, it's
Really cool. But then it just lacks.
I think what gets me most, or probably what makes me basement, he could have said, "Oh, this leaf. Oh, it must be from the Shenmue tree." Just a little
Yeah.
cutscene here and there would have really helped
Yeah.
connect it for me.
totally.
Yeah.
And I think those are the elements that we're missing. And, you know, I go back to, there was a huge thread on the old dojo forums where it's like, I think it was like everything we know about like Shenmue 3, and there's all
that's
these
a
interviews.
huge. That's right.
And so, like, when
Yeah.
you go through that, you're like, oh my god, there was so much stuff we speculated, talked about, we're anticipating that was
How much of that
completely
actually-
gone.
yeah.
Like, just wasn't there.
No.
And even if you look at, like, you know, elements which I'm personally glad they cancelled, like the character perspective system.
Okay.
I will die on this hill that this game should be told solely from Ryo's perspective.
Yeah, I
That's
agree
his
with that,
story.
yeah.
And I don't want to play as Ran.
I don't
want
wanna play
Ran
as
or
characters, yeah.
Shenhua.
Definitely.
But you can tell in Niawu there was elements where those characters feel sort of superfluous, particularly Shenhua,
exactly.
where she just becomes
She's not
sort of
doing
this
anything.
talking sort of gameplay tutorial for players of, hey, do you know about gambling? You can do gambling, and then, you know, it's like, yep, got the message,
Yeah,
thanks.
Yeah, all you get out of her really is just a cheery good morning, and that's
Right.
about
Yeah.
it for most of it.
Yeah.
On the balcony, he's like, yeah. Oh, I found this place called the Rose Garden. I wonder if they sell flowers there.
So when did we find out, I'm forgetting, about Baisha being cut? Was that before it was released?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
before it was released. It was I can't remember the Kickstarter update, but
Right.
yeah.
It's not happening, guys. So
yeah. It's like, I think the way they phrase it, I could be wrong. You probably remember it better than I.
It's another thing that sort of diluted Niawu for me is too much of the same thing, copy and paste. Well, it felt like copy and pasted around. You don't need 5 of the same stuff. So,
Right.
here and there. And I wouldn't have minded if they had even taken up the arcade from Bailu.
Yes.
Kept it as a just a little rural village.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed on that.
I think they would should have. Yeah, I would have loved to them. If I had my sort of remake list, it would have been for them to take out all the sort of modern elements and keep it that Shenmue 2 sort of area, and maybe lean into rural type of jobs. And you know, the affinity system, that was one thing Suzuki built up quite a bit in pre-release. And it's kind of, you see elements where the villagers are distrusting and they're like, I'll see you of Shin Plaza. But it's like, you know, I would love if you complete tasks for the villagers or do things around Bailu, and then you earn the trust of those villagers.
Maybe even
and the affinity.
Or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then you could see like a true affinity system, I think, the way he envisioned it.
Right.
Those are the best kind of minigames as well, like the wood chopping.
Yes.
The pail toss kind of works. You know, remote village type of.
People were saying before, milking cows or anything would be fine, even if it's a little bit, you know, mundane. That would have been cool.
And obviously the
I
training
think
thing
you're
works.
you know, you have anticipation from fans for 15 years, but also I think, you know, when you look at the development and I forget the guy, who was the guy that worked with Kojima, Ryan Payton?
Oh, Ryan Payton, yeah.
So it's interesting because I was speaking to Matt the other day, and I was like, there was a podcast interview he did, and I can't remember the exact, I'm probably misremembering, but I think Yu Suzuki originally wanted 60% new elements and sort of 40% old elements. And
look at
I
that.
was like, no, Shenmue fans want it to be like the original.
What kind of insects are?
It's like a praying mantis.
That's crazy.
Pretty impressive size.
Yeah, Ryan Payton was the guy that was like complaining to Yu Suzuki about the intro being too long without getting into like a fight or something. So he was suggesting to, you know, modern day sort of game, you would skip to something like speed it up quicker, which is why you got those sort of black
Cut to blacks, fade
those
to
cut
black.
to blacks.
But the weird thing is, most modern games follow the Shenmue 2, which is the Naughty Dog model, which is what we're
Just
doing
keep
now,
walking.
walking and talking. Like they could have just done walking and talking. Like,
Yep.
Maybe Yu Suzuki, like you say, maybe he's stuck in that old mindset and didn't have that idea of just keeping them walking. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
almost
sounds
he
like
got
that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, and he was sort of told, hey, modern players are not going to, which is, the fade to black again is just one of those elements where it just immediately stuck out as, what is like, this isn't quite right, or this is a little sloppy.
But I got the impression Ryan Payton he wasn't saying you should have these fade to blacks, but because the communication and it happened right at the end, it ended up sort of.
Yeah.
I think it was sort of a very like last minute
It's
compromise.
unfortunate, isn't it? Yeah.
I do wonder if there would have been a lot more conversation about the cave that they cut, because if they were walking down the whole hill.
I've been talking about it before.
I mean, just the fact Shenmue's father's alive is something that still blows my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
why.
he was just cool with it. It's like, especially at the end. I mean, I know the end was rushed, but they're on the boat after having rescued him, but there's nothing happening. They're just sort of hanging out there
And Ren's just walking around going like that. It is weird. But yeah, like for so long we just all assumed the father had died.
Right.
Or, you know.
Leaving you the special sword.
It sounded pretty ominous, the letter where he's like, it's, you know, I'm no longer going to be here.
So if that was always the case, then maybe, I don't know, maybe so, but it felt kind of like they rewrote that part to me. Yeah.
So it's like those elements, and I think for me the biggest thing is there's just very little stakes or danger for Rio, right? He gets beaten up and then sort of like come back and like, you know, and it's like...
He can take as long as he wants, which I know it works in Shenmue 1, but to be just wandering around without any urgency in Shenmue 3, especially there are thieves kidnapping people, folks kidnapping people, so it just doesn't quite feel right.
No, and I think that's the one element, and again, you know, like I understand why, but it's sort of like the reason why Shenmue was so great is it felt grounded, and obviously there's a little bit more artificiality, you know, even in Shenmue 2 compared to 1 probably.
Yeah, but
right?
3 even more so.
and this is sort of where I go into sort of scary territory. Is like, can Shenmue have a narrative, cohesive ending? Can it conclude in a way that will satisfy fans that have been wanting and playing and wanting to finish the game, or is it in a weird way better that it's left unfinished?
Right. Oh, that's a very good philosophy.
I think if they cover everything that we want answered, I think then you're going to be satisfied. So if they
So if they did the original one chapter per game, we're good.
Yeah.
But if they don't do that, we're kind of...
I mean, they could squeeze a lot of stuff into like a couple of cutscenes just to quickly rectify stuff, maybe.
I mean, it would be better than nothing.
Yeah.
After all, we'd be happy with a storybook or a manga. So a cutscene would help.
And if it ends a bit like the Shenmue Online trailer, I think that would satisfy me. Oh, is this a different one?
Yeah.
That would satisfy me a little bit.
Really able to go... What was that?
Sorry?
Oh, I said, are we able to go up? Or is
Yep,
it
yep.
just- oh,
No,
okay.
it's an open temple.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, it was only in the anime that I learned that I guess the house is modeled on this sort of like
that's right.
I did also assume like, wow, this would be a very large house in Japan for like two people.
And it explains the whole dojo hall. You know, the dojo itself is
Right,
like
right,
the temple hall, which they converted. So that's cool.
So cool. So do you think this is the Hazuki Dojo here?
Maybe not, but they definitely were influenced. Maybe we got the idea.
I mean,
I do not know. Let's see if I can.
scale-wise, it's kind of there, isn't it? With the staircase and the doors and...
Yeah, scale like the roof and scale.
You know what's funny is
Cherry tree, maybe?
just remembering this, but I'm pretty sure in the Saturn footage when they kicked Fukusan out, they programmed it where he fell down the stairs. Or in some footage, and then later on in the game, he just
Flies.
slides right out. But I'm like, wow, they motion captured all the emotion.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
And
yeah.
just sort of do it much
That would
more
have been
complicated.
one time I used that camera tool to film something before the sun was all out, and he's like in the model is like it appears just behind the door, and he's sort of like that, and then pulls him in.
I mean, as someone that obviously played the first game in the original English dub, I have a soft spot with this dub. Like, I play it only in Japanese now.
Oh, right.
But, you know.
You like English? I like English as well.
The first game, I can't stand the second game. For some reason, I just find like she's a lovely person, but just her performance is Zuzing, I find just very monotone and very flat. Leslie, I just found the Japanese and also Ren, like
Lisa
Ren.
Wilkinson.
Yes.
Yeah, and I read an interview.
Yeah.
But yes, she's extremely flat. That is true.
It's pretty cool inside.
I've never really peered in here before. Actually.
Yeah, you can see on the camera there, it's got like a wall scroll over there, some tatami mats.
Very cool.
The sliding doors over there look legit.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But then there's like a massive thing in the middle. Don't know what that is.
And see the Yokolicious yogurt shop over there?
Yeah.
That's where Goro Ono's motorcycle shop used to be. Like they based it on the motorcycle shop that used to be there, but then it
that was
it
like
moved.
knocking.
Yeah. So it
'Cause that's
moved
pictured in the-
2009 or something.
Okay.
But it's still around it. So if you take a train a couple of stations down, he's still going.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
just different place.
I
Yeah.
was going to say, it is on that anime map, isn't it? The knocking motorcycle shop.
Is it? Even
I've just noticed it on that map,
okay.
yeah.
Wow. Because I think even Ezra went to visit it as well. I interviewed that guy. I asked him about Shenmue, but he didn't know. I said, "Did you know your shop is in the game?" He's like, "No, I didn't know that."
So I guess like, did they have to give their approval to have this?
Apparently they didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, probably they were supposed to, but they just quietly did it.
Yeah.
Maybe games are too much of a
Loosely
niche thing.
inspired by or something like
Yeah.
that.
So
I mean, like, can you trademark a building? Maybe the name.
Oh, that's true. Maybe it's difficult to do anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's just called knock, wasn't it? So they called it knocking.
Yeah. but the front of the shop totally looks the same.
He all seems so familiar with Rio. I just wondered if there was more to their relationship. The bike owner, because he always
right.
in a very like jovial way.
That's true. We have to check his profile to see what it tells us about him.
Because there's another shopkeeper that constantly asks you like, "How's Inya-san? Can you bring stuff?"
So you really
back?
get that community feel, don't you?
Yeah.
In fact, I thought it would be cool if you sometimes saw Inya-san maybe doing some shopping or something around Dobuita.
Now stuff's like open.
Okay. You're recording now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is the one fans often go to Tsunami Burger. Is that the one with the president names? Yeah. Obama Burger.
Is that the one that we went into first time?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think we did. That was quite good.
That's not the Happy Burger place, right? Or the Honey Burger?
No, that's the one that we will try to go to.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually not on the Buita Ship, just around the corner.
Okay.
So the name in Japanese is Funny Burger, right? Funny. And then the name of this one is Honey. So I guess it's sort of similar. They changed honey to funny. Honey Burger.
Which owner is it? And he complains about like the burger. Like there's some, I can't remember the dialogue rivalry, but like there's one owner who's like he's like stealing business or
was it the buns?
The buns guy, right?
Yeah.
He's just like the buns guy.
I love that.
But then who's the owner that comments?
James, you got that? The shutter opening. You got the shutter?
Probably.
Probably got
yeah.
it. That's a nice little Shenmue moment right there.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking, but yeah. Now we just need a cat again. Like a ginger cat.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's true. Your camera's got a nice wide view as well. So I think
It has, but if you remember, I tweaked that a little bit last time, and it's not as wide.
Right.
So I don't know how to revert that back.
Would you like us to look outside?
Sure.
Kakita. It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jack Daniels
Looks like they're coming out with
kind
new
of
lines.
logo they've gone for with George Washington. I think anyway.
Pretty cool.
That's what it looks like to me.
Right. Because I was thinking, is this like a...
This one's like a cross with another brand, I think. Is it?
Oh yeah.
Dobuita X.
So Midnight Cat
Nora
Story, is that
Neko.
some sort of anime or something maybe?
Maybe.
You know what Nora Neko means? It's a stray cat.
Stray cat.
Yeah.
Okay. Nora Neko.
Cool.
These second hand, do you think? Because they look a bit
I was
worn, don't
wondering
they?
about that, but then I thought maybe they just made them look like that, and
Yeah.
we've got sort of several of the same.
That's what I was blown away by. It's just when we were around in Tokyo, we went to sort of near Harajuku, on the side. I can't remember the name of the pronunciation, hell. But it's all these second-hand vintage stores and clothes and stuff. But what I love is just the way they keep the boots and clothes. It's just like pristine condition. So
And they're,
cool
even though
vintage.
they're second-hand or
yeah.
second-hand stuff. Yep, I know what you mean. The Mote Sando ribs.
Yes,
Yep.
okay, that's it.
Yeah.
And it's cool, it's just like these little alleys and stuff, and it's these concrete kind of buildings, and you have these really nice, like, sort of stores, and, like, there's like this, like, you'll have a dedicated store, and it's all about Air Jordans, and it's just like 500 Air Jordans, like, probably every rare Air Jordan you can think of, like, it's sort of that obsessive, like, dedication to like one thing.
Yeah.
Collection.
Once you live for a while and you get used to it, you don't realize how good you've got it. Like it's really cool.
Ooh, this is that one that's got like the graffiti. Does it say Dobuita?
Oh, when it's closed.
When it's
Yeah,
closed.
right,
Did we not
right.
see that earlier?
We didn't because it was already
Because it was already open, right? Yeah.
That's
Casa.
volume 2 doesn't look to be open yet.
No.
Maybe he's 11 o'clock guy. It should be saying
Or 12?
Probably, yeah. Wednesday? But you
Okay.
never know with these places.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've noticed some restaurants were closed on Wednesdays. Is there a traditional day?
I found it that Wednesday's one, but it varies. You can be caught off guard a lot. Like we went the other day to trip to a place that's open. It's closed on Mondays, but because it was a long weekend, they must have rolled their closed
Alcohol shop, I don't remember that.
Is alcohol sold in supermarkets? Like the So in Canada, the terms of the law now,
Right.
generally speaking, you can't buy any alcoholic beverages in the supermarket. So everywhere you go, you'll have either government-approved liquor stores or
Right.
private liquor
Oh,
stores.
is that right?
Yeah.
Here it's even sold in convenience stores. So like it's quite fixable. All vending machines.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see a lot of people going at night, don't you, and just pick up like beer, like business workers. You know, people in suits, that kind of vibe. Just go grab a Suntory can or something.
Maybe watch some TV or whatever.
Yokosuka de burrito, what's that? Burrito? Inside.
So the one thing that I think the game absolutely nailed, as I look around, is I love that they've got textures that were weathered, and sort of decrepit,
like that kind of,
sort of stained.
Yes.
Like they've completely
And it
nailed that
they did.
aesthetic, which I loved. And I know the first game, it was quite grey if you think about it and look at.
Oh yeah.
And I think I was sharing with you. So when I lived in Hong Kong, it was after Kowloon had already been destroyed, or changed. But I used to fly into the old Hong Kong airport.
Oh, no kidding.
And so I don't know if you've ever seen the film like Kill Bill, but when she's sort of flying in, you literally would skim by roofs.
Look in the window
And
sort of thing.
you'd be so close you could stare out. I remember as kids staring outside my window, and I could see what people were watching, like the TVs in their living room. They would often have their clothes hung outside on their balconies.
Jesus.
And
Incredible.
pilots would often say it was one of the most difficult airports to land in. I think that's part of the reason why they changed it to the new Hong Kong airport.
Right.
But it was so epic. It was literally like Rio seeing the planes
Yeah,
overhead.
I love
right?
that scene.
Is it anyone ever crash into a building there or not? Because you'd think that's more likely to happen there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and back
It's
then
like-
a lot of it was manual piloting too. I mean, they didn't have as many instruments.
Honcho, one
So
crew.
this Honcho Ichome is I think that's on the Shenmue sign as well, the bus stop.
Yeah.
They
There's
used
like
the
a round sign, yeah.
Yeah, and those round signs still exist. Like I think down the road we can find some, but here they've obviously modernised it.
Was there a time at one point that you as a player would actually go on the bus ride in real time, like through, or was it always just going to be cut?
Not
too?
that I've heard.
Oh,
Not
okay,
that I've heard.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would take a lot of.
We finished off our tour of Dobuita Street with a quick visit to Nozomi's flower shop. We spotted a tattoo parlour, so decided to go get matching tattoos, before heading over to Honey Bee Burgers, where we were unfortunately literally half a second too slow for getting the actual table that Ezra and Yu Suzuki sat at. We were just too polite and let a group of ladies head on inside after some hesitation. Damn, the burger was insane though.
I've been trying to convince her, with all these foreigners looking at IKEA. What is it? IKEA's? Is that the sort of name?
Akia's, yeah.
IKEA's.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
there's been a huge influx in sort of focus on this.
That's what we kind of want to do. We want to buy like a really cheap house and just like live rent free forever. But I don't know how viable that is. We're actually coming, I haven't told you yet, but we're actually coming to Yokosuka tomorrow to look at 2 houses.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
But my sense, again, speaking to locals, is like don't go that path because foreigners are so, because now there's all these platforms specifically for these quote unquote abandoned homes, but there's actually much better value because unless you're a tradesperson and have the skills to actually like do the structural work, and I understand it's a little bit more complicated. You want to actually buy a house in much better condition, typically
That
speaking.
sounds interesting. So this is Verney Park that we're at the moment, and it's got a nice vibe, isn't it?
And would that quote unquote be the name?
So the nave, straight here is the
this area is called Verney Park, and whilst it doesn't completely resemble the Yokosuka harbour in Shenmue, there are some similarities. In the distance, the backdrop of Sarushima, an island known as Monkey Island, is also visible in Shenmue.
investigation. goes down.
Yeah, you see me. So, like, all right, guys, go take some pictures.
Do you reckon it's to do with like the American people as well for like fights?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot more like thug type of people rather than just fighting random Japanese people.
Yeah, I
it was
think
meant
so.
to be a little bit more rougher and grungier back in the day.
And Mark was one of the bad
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, obviously. But, by the way, next to the Imperial here, they do a tour thing, like a circular boat trip you can do. It's about an hour, which is quite cool. You go out to the sea, go into the harbour where Shenmue was, and come back.
And so, where's like, so when you come out of here, what would that be?
Basically,
This kind of distance thing you can see in the game, can't you? Like the
can't you? Yeah.
trees and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that like Monkey Island? No.
Monkey Island.
Verney Park is actually really beautiful and is well worth a little stroll along if you're in the vicinity. Not only is there cafes and restaurants and a Starbucks nearby, but you can also enjoy the clear sea and spot fish swimming around. Maybe catch glimpses of submarines and ships like from the game. And whilst we were here, we decided to have a quick check to see if we could spot Mark's brother. Nope, couldn't spot him. He's probably at the bottom of the sea, killed by the Mad Angels. Anyway, we headed on over to Mikasa Park, which is where the 1902 UK commissioned battleship Mikasa and its commander are memorialised. After a short bus ride from the actual Shenmue bus stop which we were at earlier, we arrived at the Japanese Naval Harbour Base, which, in our opinions, is much more similar to the Yokosuka Harbour depicted in Shenmue.
I remember when my brother and I played Ocarina of Time, like we would print out this like 180-page game fact, like FAQ.
Oh, wow.
And so we would be playing it, and then we'd sort of invariably get lost and not quite sure, and we'd sort of like leaf through this like printed like line. Okay,
I used to do that. Print them out.
Really?
Yeah. Like Tomb Raider and stuff like that. That was, you know, I quite enjoyed following a guide rather than like some people probably would say like, why would you not play the game first? But some games I just played with a guide and I enjoyed more because it was like showing you all the secrets as well that you would never have found
on your own. Or
Yeah.
very hard to discover.
or like finding an item trapped away in a strange position or something.
Now that is Shenmue, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is way more Shenmue, isn't it, than the other one.
So cool.
Mm.
And it's so peaceful as well.
Yeah, it's nice.
So of course in the game that's the US base, but in real life it's the Japan Self-Defense Force area.
I just need the seagulls to go at 25% refresh rate on their,
What about a group of pigeons nearby? That'd be nice. Yeah.
Any forklifts around here?
I know. You don't see them, but there
Last
are
time-
a couple of warehouses at least.
Yeah, last time there was a door open, wasn't there? A
Yeah,
warehouse
there
door
was.
open,
Yeah.
which was quite good.
Is that where we did the little skit?
I think so, yeah.
There's a security guard box though, which is quite, you can practice your catching the torch.
Yeah, we did the homeless guy sketch, didn't we?
Yeah.
get me a coffee or a juice or
We did
water.
actually. We did buy a coffee, didn't we? That was it.
The
Yeah.
vending machine nearby, just
Yeah.
true to life.
I still think that what's his name? Yeah. So what is the sort of harbor band?
It was a forklift. It's just green.
Shozo. He's still one of my favorite Shenmue 1 characters.
Because of his quips about being homeless.
Yeah, well, he's like, son, I look unemployed. Do you think I know where a job is or something like that?
That's right.
But I love it, like, some points he's just like, I'm tired. Like, he's not just, I'm tired. He's like, just like, don't talk to me today. I'm like, life's tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's got the whole philosophical thing about, I could beat them, but sometimes it's better not to.
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, the same. We've got a forklift. It's just green.
Green. Well, you know, modern times. I've got some bad news about the get trick right now. Those are the actual basics where it gets set. Or dismantled in again about 15 years ago. So if I'd known about it, I'm like,
You should
have a look at it.
Took some photos.
So he used to have a whole warehouse. Actually, like in a game, warehouse. I think it was for during the war, they were loading missiles onto submarines and it carried them out.
Here's another one coming. Or stopped, stationary. Forklift, sorry. I thought it was coming. It looked, for some reason, it looked like it was approaching. Are we for filming? Can't film in the US Navy base.
What are these foreigners walking around?
Vlogging.
I'm surprised they didn't sort of stop and roll down the window.
Yeah.
What are you chaps doing here? But you sometimes see people, we saw people fishing here last time, didn't we? So it's very Shenmue indeed.
But this whole complex looks... Yeah. Maybe like the old warehouse district, you know.
The NBC, like, I normally catch fish, but all those harbor bums are scaring, all those, like, mad angels are scaring away my fish.
And one time I saw a motorcycle, I wouldn't say gang, but a group, enthusiasts, all came down and circled around the end there, so I was like, oh, it's the Mad Angels.
Is that time when you were with Paddy?
Yeah, that's right. That was a good one.
So out of the first game, which was sort of your favorite?
Wow, that's a great question.
The first game.
I have to think about that.
Yeah. I mean, it might just be Debrita Street. I do like the harbour, but like towards the end of the game, it just gets a bit repetitive, doesn't it? With the.
For me, it might just be Bill's house and his whole garden because it's so cozy.
Yeah.
Oh, security office there.
Yep.
The
Just the wind.
Just the wind. And look, you've actually got some representative warehouses there, which is quite cool.
This is the one that was open, I think, actually, this one.
Bought your coffee from here?
And then Fisherman, yeah, this was the one,
Sitting on this wall here. And Eric Calso, the voice actor, he did his thing here as well, knocking on that door. We had to ask permission first, and like, go ahead, whatever.
Pretend to know. Wow. I think we did see inside one last time, didn't we?
I have a feeling we did.
Can you? No. But even like the interior type of roof rack type of style they've got with the... That was modelled quite well.
Yeah,
because I remember doing like moving the camera up to the roof for those super fast shots. Yeah.
Well, I loved it in the Master Chen when he first appears, and they're often sort of panning around sort of the grates and stuff on the top of the that. And I remembered, I don't know if you guys. So when I first played Dreamcast, I had just the red, yellow. Red, like the AV cables, and then I upgraded to S video. Yeah. And I was like, I can see like the details because it got expanded up, right?
Yeah.
On like an old CRT TV.
Yeah.
What kind of bird is that up there? It's a bit fluffy.
I know, but don't stand directly underneath it.
Yep.
So obviously
that's so Shenmue, isn't it? That view there.
It's cool, isn't it? bird on your right there. Flying.
It's flying too fast.
Here we go. Oh, he's going to land up on that.
Nice.
Doesn't have eagles here, does it? Look.
Get some fisherman shot.
Oh yeah, fisherman. So many angles. Are you filming this as well?
Yeah.
Great.
So that's kind of the good thing about this. You don't know I'm filming, do you? It's like
No idea.
it might be on, it might not be.
Yep.
Yeah. Does look like a hawk, doesn't it?
I think you're right. I think it is.
There's a crow.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's that hawk sound, isn't it? Like Assassin's Creed.
Because someone probably, I'm sure they have, where they've isolated the different ambient noises in Shenmue, right? Because
Yeah.
you have a cat, you have a crow.
And in fact, the
dogs, right?
the
Dog
1 and
barking.
2 remake is good for that. You know, they separate out. You know, bring one up to
The ambient noise.
That's
You're
mad.
right. If that would fly for us, that would be great.
There you go.
He heard me.
And I think I might have caught it on the camera,
Nice.
maybe. In 4K. Let's see if we can get a better view of this security booth thing, because you feel a bit weird when there's people standing by it, don't you?
If you want to crawl along under it, I'll take a video for you.
We'll just put your drink bottle as the torch.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ding.
And we'll just roll it off.
So someone filmed or someone else in the straight.
Yeah.
The card.
110 yen for a coffee, not too bad.
So the thing I've always wondered is, there's a line in the game where Shozo says, "You may find me in a certain warehouse," but you never do find him in the warehouse, right?
I think he said warehouse 4, didn't he? But
And is he never in there?
he's never in there that I'm
Okay.
aware of. But I think he says it because you go in and that's the warehouse that you can train in. So
Oh,
maybe
so
it
it's just
sets
maybe
up
that's
a
Set it up,
yeah.
Okay. Colossus.
On top of that roof, is that the same hawk, or is there more than one?
Oh, it could be, eh?
Yeah.
Could be. Problem now.
But interestingly, the main developer, he's very dismissive of them finding all this paid content, which kind of sounds like where it's almost like they have this opinion where my finished work is out there.
It's out,
Everything
sort of
that
thing.
was unfinished
Yeah.
or was prototypes that never made it out there, or I don't want to put it out there because it's unfinished.
They sort of created 80% of the game and then decided to scrap it and restart again. And then they've carefully reconstructed from the files to get it working again.
Right.
Good timing.
Yeah.
He's got a hat on.
Hey, quick, film him.
Adding some of the warehouse music should be good, I think.
You do a good job of editing your content, so it should come out well.
I still need to do that Kamakura one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like, yeah, that's the other element I really hope. I don't know what's sort of in their repository, but I really hope with the Shenmue 4 they have brand new tracks and they don't reuse.
Oh, the whole music side of thing was another topic, wasn't it?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
you can see why they went down that path. Yeah, they just
Totally. I mean, yes, I mean, reusing music I don't think is the issue for me. It was more
Yeah.
about where they reuse
Yeah.
some of that music.
Yeah.
And to use like Fungmei's like theme music and like
Again,
Yeah.
random
they needed a
store.
law person to say,
They
oh,
just-
that music was used here.
Yeah.
I don't think they had that person, and it, mine.
Unfortunately, it was time to say goodbye to our friend Codename, but myself and Switch continued the Shenmue themed day with a trip across the road to another shrine area, that maybe could have also provided inspiration for either the Hazuki residence or the Yamanose Shrine.
More emus. Anpanman. Interesting, they're snake themed, is it?
That's definitely the year of the snake.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's probably more like the
This one,
Yamanose
it
Shrine.
seems so close to it.
Yeah, this is probably would have been good to show him actually.
It's like a banner,
Yeah,
and the red banner and so on
yeah,
at the sides.
that's true. Yeah.
No, I was thinking that too, but he was sort of saying time-wise he could
Yeah.
We've got the offering
So-
box there, yeah.
No fish though. Or tofu.
No cats.
No. But I think we did say that they probably did have a little bit of a research trip around here,
Yeah,
and that's looks likely. And then this part maybe here.
right. Who knows, this could be the actual park they were thinking of rather than the one at the
Can you not get to it? Don't think we can get to it, can we? Or was there a little gate? I can't remember.
There was a gate, but I can't remember going through it. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe not.
After talking about parks, the final part of our day had led us to hunt down the real Sakuraoka Park, and to our surprise, there is a park in Yokosuka that's actually called Sakuraoka Park. It was quite a trek away, but we decided to make our way over to take a look. En route we passed yet another shrine area, and this one was actually kitsune themed, like the fox from Yamanose Shrine. The view from this shrine was incredible as we descended the staircase. And here it was, the real Sakuraoka Park. The park area actually did kind of resemble Shenmue's, with its set of swings and slide in a tight-knit area, with a mountain rising above behind. Maybe it's a coincidence. Well, probably is because there's a line too. But I smiled when I noticed that there was a tiger sat in the park. It was the Hazuki tiger, of course. The next day we actually went back to Yokosuka for a couple of house viewings. We were followed by the same hawk that we spotted yesterday at the Japan Naval Base. Clearly must be linked to some prophecy or something. We found yet another park that resembled Sakuraoka, so I guess at this point the park in Shenmue is probably just inspired by any typical kind of park in Japan. And finally, I spotted Tom heading back to America. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed our trip to Yokosuka and following in our footsteps on what turned out to be a really fun day. If anyone is ever planning a trip to Japan and Yokosuka's on the agenda, let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to help out. If you enjoyed this vlog, please remember to like, subscribe, and drop me a comment. I would really appreciate it. Take care, guys.
通り過ぎる海へつながるほど潮の香り運ぶよ愛しさが優しい嘘つかせ